So can I ask now for Mike and Eileen from the Mid-Aries Limerick Care and North Tipperary folks to come up. So Mike is a peer education training and development officer with HSC Midwest Aries. Mike brings his lived experience to his role. He began work with mental health recovery by training as an ARI recovery principles facilitator and also training as an Aries facilitator. Eileen is the education training and development officer with, HSC Midwest Aries. Eileen has a background in teaching and philosophy, there we go, and psychology. We do that on this side. Well, we'll maybe see that in the presentation. No, okay. There's a high standard, so. Actually, no pressure at all. Actually, deep breaths. So if I can welcome you to the stage. Thank you very much for coming.
Welcome to the Midwest, Limerick, Clare and North Tipperary, and we are Aries, Advancing Recovery in Ireland Education Service, serving the Midwest region. And Aries aims to provide the region with an inspirational and inclusive education programme on well-being in mental health. In 2013, the Midwest HSE Mental Health Management Team set up a local working group to establish the Midwest as an Aries site. The Midwest ARI Group was established in 2014, and this was the seed that provided a platform to inform change across the region. Seeds need warmth, water, oxygen, and time to grow. The Midwest ARI Group undertook a needs analysis on recovery education in our region. This research found that there was a need for a recovery education service across our communities. To grow the seeds planted by ARI, an ARI project group was set up in 2015. The ARI project group were responsible for initiating and rolling out of recovery services across the region. In the beginning, to create the conditions for growth, the project group realised that there was a need for recovery education and were committed to developing this. The ARI project recognised the value of involving service users, family members and staff. And following on from the success of the ARI project group, Aries was born and launched in November 2016. An education and development officer, a peer educator and a project lead were appointed. Recruiting facilitators was a priority. Volunteers who had been expressed in the ARI projects were contacted and a volunteer form was distributed. The creation of content was another priority. People were invited to co-production sessions, resulting in 7 modules being created. Co-production, a way for people who use mental health services to work together with people who provide mental health services to make those services better. Aries workshops are created equally by people with lived experience, family members and staff. This means everyone has a say in what goes into the courses. The delivery of our courses happens in people's communities throughout the whole Midwest region. These courses are free and open to all. Each workshop is delivered by 3 facilitators comprising of 1 person with lived experience, 1 family member and 1 member of staff working within the services. There are many partners supporting Aries growth, including the HSE, Mental Health Ireland, NGOs, community organisations and third-level institutes like UL. The support of these groups has assisted Aries in establishing and growing recovery education in the Midwest. For this presentation, we held a co-production workshop with our volunteers asking the question, what are Aries roots? And people felt that Aries emerged from service users and families feeling invisible, a need for open dialogue around recovery, and a need for the right information.
So this is the Tree of Life in University of Limerick. Recovery education workshops are delivered here to students of medicine, nursing, occupational therapy and clinical psychology. One medical student reflected that medical illness does not define a person. As a future doctor, I can tell people that with the right support, it will be okay. The Aries pilot project rolled out ARI principles training in the Midwest, and now Aries has responsibility for co-delivery of the principles and practice for HSE staff. As outlined in the framework, Aries will be providing training for all mental health staff to learn about working in a more recovery-orientated way. Aries provides opportunities for volunteers to grow. When asked about opportunities, our volunteers said Aries made them feel that recovery is possible. And one said being part of Aries means you feel like you're not a freak, that everyone has different issues. Another facilitator, Anne, said that Aries represents infinite possibilities. Aries provides development or opportunities for professional and personal development. To deliver a quality education service, training for facilitators has to be of the highest standards and also advance people in their recovery journeys. Volunteers feel that Aries training gives them a chance to achieve change, to be employed and to help reduce stigma. They identified many benefits from being involved in Aries as well. They recognised that they are the face of change in mental health, and they noted a pride in being involved in changing and influencing direction, in changing work practice and educating people. They feel like it's the first time they have real equality and support, which empowers them in their recovery. In establishing any service, there can be challenges, and while there's a good relationship with mental health staff, sometimes it can be hard to get staff released. Another challenge is ensuring accessibility throughout the region, and it's also really important for us to remain true to the values of co-production. Other challenges then include meeting demands and maintaining public interest. Concerns outlined by the volunteers centred on potential drop-off and staying motivated and enthusiastic. Maintaining the equal representation of service users and staff and family members was a challenge as well. Practical issues such as transport, getting out to communities and suitable venues were highlighted. And they're also really eager to gain more experience actually facilitating workshops. Aries was established because gaps were identified by the ARI project group, and we're now working to identify further gaps, including embedding recovery education in third levels, including it with employers, developing a wider reach in the community, especially in rural areas, and creating a relevant. Animals inhabit tree cavities, which gives them protection from the elements. So we see gaps and challenges as opportunities. Our volunteers identified gaps around engaging younger people, recruiting new volunteers, and filling gaps in mental health education. These challenges we think can be overcome with planning, resourcing, funding, training, and commitment. So we began with a seed planted in the Midwest in 2013. This is the tree outside our new Aries office in Limerick. So one day we hope Aries will be like this tree, fully developed, strong, wide-reaching, and with deep roots. We've put down our roots, we are Aries, and we believe our recovery education service will provide more seeds for those infinite possibilities. So.